Personal story segment tonight. If you watch The Factor, you know that we have been trying to help children at risk across the country, especially minority kids without parental guidance. President Obama has announced a huge initiative called My Brother's Keeper, and that is a very strong step forward. But along with that, the inner city culture of cynicism must be in play. As you may know, I've been very critical of harmful entertainment marketed to largely unsupervised children. Here now, a member of the entertainment industry, Ruthell Thimmons, the author of the brand new book, Success Through Stillness, Mediation Made Simple. Mr. Simmons, also the co-founder of the music label Def Jam. All right, now, on other programs, you have largely apologized for some of the pernicious stuff. You say it reflects reality of the situation.
Yeah, I kind of think that artists throughout history, poets throughout history have been criticized for sharing what's on people's minds, and I don't think it's any different now. I think for thousands of years, hundreds of years, certainly in this country.
You're a pretty perceptive businessman. Explain this. Beyonce. I saw her sing the Star Spangled Banner at the Super Bowl in Houston. Brilliant. All right. Worth about $350 million. She puts out a new album with a video that glorifies having sex in the back of a limousine. Teenage girls look up to Beyonce, particularly girls of color. She's an idol to them. I'm saying, why on earth would this woman do that? Why would she do it when she knows the devastation that unwanted pregnancies, which we'll deal with in a moment, not with you, but as a segment, and fractured families? Why would Beyonce do that?
I wanted to talk a little bit about the left side of the brain, the right side of the brain connecting, and the shift in brain functionality for meditation and other things, and getting it into schools where it might.
You don't want to talk about Beyonce?
No, but I will say this. I think the artist's job throughout history has been to say things that people are inspired by. There's a research that says that a man thinks about sex every 12 seconds. And so when an artist expresses something that's sexual in music, it is a reflection of our reality. If we want that reality changed, then we have to do things that affect the core. So what I want to do, and this is another subject back again, but I want to put meditation in schools. I want to go right
and we'll
to Chicago.
Get to that in a moment, because I agree with you on that. And I support the David Lynch Foundation, which does just that.
That's right. I'm on the board.
Right. And I give you a ton of money.
Thank you.
So I support that. But you're dodging the question.
No.
I believe in entertainment. Here. I believe in entertainment. An entertainer like Beyonce and a mogul like you have an obligation to protect children, not put out exploitive garbage that you know harms impressionable children. I think Beyonce, what she has done here is inexplicable, and I'm asking you, Ruthell Thimmons, to explain it to me.
Okay. As a parent of 2 children, both of whom go to the School for the Gifted, I go to their home every morning at 6:15 and meditate with them until 6:35. I take them to school. We listen to the most commercial radio station on the way to school where they beep out certain words, but they've heard most of that language. My daughters make choices based on the inspiration that we give them as parents.
Okay, you're a good father, right?
No, I guess I'm a good father.
Okay.
The mother's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm okay as a father.
So you're okay as a father, and the mother's amazing. What about the kids who don't have an amazing mother and an okay father? Why? What about them?
Bill, if you think that the art that comes out of a community is the cause of the struggle.
That's art?
Yes, absolutely.
Beyonce in the back of a limo having sex and referencing Monica Lewinsky is art?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, she's a brilliant artist, and she's not only by people of color, as you know. She's really one of the top artists in the world, people of every color.
And I can't understand why the woman did it. All right, let's get to the meditation, because I think it's important.
I do too.
It calms people down. That's number one. It calms people down because you take a moment of silence every day in a disciplined way. And then when you do that, positive thoughts can come to you, and you can express things in a way that doesn't conflict. So you want to get it into public schools, right?
Absolutely.
All right, but it would be optional. If some kids and parents didn't want it, you wouldn't force them to do it, right?
I don't think we'd force them, but I think quiet time or sitting with patients and not having there is no religious or any kind of a agenda that should separate you from any religious ideas. And so I think, as much as you say it should be optional, I think we should sit down just as we have to do math and be quiet. So we're going to be quiet, and we're going to let our thoughts settle. And from that silence, we'll have a more expansive mindset and better brain functionality. It might have to be required.
All right. That would be unconstitutional. You couldn't do it,
Well,
but you could do it
not prayer. It's not prayer.
It doesn't matter.
It's just quiet.
You can't require any kind of an outside thing if parents object. How old are your kids?
14 and 11.
Do they meditate every day?
Every single morning.
Okay. How long do they meditate?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
My youngest one started at 8. And again,
so they're not yelling and screaming in that time? They're
not
just quiet.
that 20 minutes.
Can you come to my house, Russell? I want you. You can come to my house anytime. The book is Success Through Stillness, and I think you're on the right track.
Thank you.
When you see Beyonce, you tell her to knock it off for me, okay?
I tell her you said so.
You said you did. I'm not afraid of her. You tell me. She come on here anytime, but what she did was wrong. Plenty more as the factor moves along.